Hey there, Geometry Cats. Making this quick video to go over some problems on IXL that I've noticed some of y'all have been having guff on. So I'm trying to do my best to help y'all out. We'll see how this goes. Alright, first one, rotations. I should have probably listed the skills, but this one's about rotations. Rotate it 200 and... that's too big. Rotate this beast 270 degrees clockwise. Now think about this. Clockwise is this way, right? But we know rotations go the opposite way, counterclockwise. So think about this. If I go 200, if I start here and I go 270 degrees clockwise, isn't that the same as going 90 degrees counterclockwise? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Now, I could go through and do my rules and get it up there, but I'm not going to. I mean drawings. I'm going to cheat and use these right here. Y'all remember this? No? So we have our counterclockwise, we have a clockwise, and we have 180. And this would be the same as 270 degrees counterclockwise. But for this beast, we want the 9 degrees counterclockwise, which is the same as 270 clockwise. So we're going to take our x and our y coordinate, we're going to flip them, and we're going to make the y negative, or the first term negative. Okay? So let's see. Whoa! So like for this beast, you're going to switch them, and then put a negative out in front. So it becomes positive 7. We switch them, negative out in front. Negative 0 is still just 0. Switch them. Negative 0 is still just 0. Switch them. Negative out in front. Boom. Positive 7, 10. And there's our new points. Alright. Next problem. This one's tricky. Alright, and too large, too small. Nah, still too small. It's still too small. Just right, kinda. Alright, so we're going to reflect this beast over the line y equals negative x. The first thing I need to know is, what does the line y equal negative x look like? Well, the line y equals x has a slope of 1, and it starts at 0, so it goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Negative x is like my money over time, which is going down. So you start at 0, you go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, because it has a slope. Buy now. You want my money. I should just give it to you, but I won't. Oh, I should just give them my money. Alright, really concentrate, Mr. Twillier. Alright, that's as good as it gets. That's not good. Oh, mamma mia. Alright, that's as good as it gets. And we're reflecting over it. So we draw these perpendicular to it, right? So I went 2 corner squares. 2 corner to corner squares. Oh my gosh, I have to go a long ways for this one. Oh my gosh. This is going to be the toughest thing I've ever done in my life. I need my Moby back. So I go cross, 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 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. A half, 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm just counting how far it is to the line and going that far the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Reflected. Perpendicular distance away. So that'd be U prime, S prime, T prime. Stu. Hey, Stu. Alright, next victim. Return of the killer proofs. Alright. What lines do we know are parallel? So we know GI is parallel to TV. And we know that QS is parallel to GI. But we don't know that these two are parallel. We don't know that. We want to prove that SRW, this, plus PUV, this one, apt to 180. Some of you might be saying, well, same side, interior angles are supplementary, but we don't know that these are parallel. They might not be parallel, actually. Oh, I forgot those are going to move with it. Alright, so let's go down here. We're going to have to zoom out a little bit again. Maybe zoom in a little bit. This is the worst video I've ever made, and I made some bad ones. Alright. Again, this line is parallel to this line. This line is parallel to this line, and we want to know about these two angles. Alright. So, given, good. SRW. How do we know that SRW is congruent to IHW? How do we know that these two angles are congruent? They're both lower left on parallel lines because corresponding angles are congruent, right? Angles on parallel lines are congruent. Alright, good. How do you know that IHW, this one, plus PUV, this one's apt to 180. Now these are parallel because it told us they were. So now I can say same side good luck watching this one on a phone. Interior are supplementary. Now how can I say this then? It's the same thing as this, just that these were substituted. So that's substitution. Alright. Alright. Last page of problems. Alright, so we have an equation for a line right here, right? Y equals 1/2 x minus 5. Line D has this point as perpendicular. What's the equation for the line? Remember, perpendicular means you take your slope and you flip it and you take the opposite. Opposite reciprocal. So my slope of the original line was 1/2, right? So my new line will have a slope of -1 over 1/2. Or you could just flip it, which is -2 is my new slope. Now I use the point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. Now it's slope intercept form. I don't like slope. Now I plug in my y value. Y minus 6 equals -2 times x minus -3 from up here. Now I have to get y by itself. So y minus 6 equals, distribute this through to both terms. You have 2x That's a plus 3 then. So it'd be minus 6. Not x. And then I have to add 6 to both sides. What? No way. Y equals negative 2x. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. We did it. Nice job, team. Oh, this beast. Hold on a second. If you really want an in-depth explanation of how to do these types of problems, watch 7.4 notes. New for this one. So AC is 20. And CD is 12. Alright. What's BC? Oh, I wrote that and this is 12. What's BC? Well, these are on the same side, right? This is the geometric mean of these two numbers. So you do x over 12 equals 20 over x. Now if I was on this side, and this would have been 8, I would have done y over 8 equals 20 over y. And if I'm looking for this number, I do z over 8 equals 12 over z. Alright? And I cross multiply and I get x squared equals 240. And I square root both sides and I get x equals whatever square root of 240 is. I got 4 root 15. That's not helpful. I wanted a decimal. Alright, well you guys can, I don't know what that is. Square root 240, of course. I hope this helps you guys somewhat. I'm doing my best. Have a good night. Arrivederci.